President Trump is considering prospective scenarios for bringing American soldiers back home from Afghanistan. One America's Hans Hubbard has more.
President Trump is examining a series of potential timelines for withdrawing U.S. troops from Afghanistan, which could reportedly happen as early as this fall. The president confirmed this during remarks to reporters at the White House Rose Garden, reaffirming his commitment to one of the enduring goals of his presidency. Highlighting the length of the conflict, the president also commented on the shifting nature of U.S. involvement in the region, saying he did not envision the role of American forces as one of permanent policing.
Yeah, I think we're there 19 years. We're really not acting as soldiers, we're acting as police. And we're not sent over there to be policemen, but we're there 19 years. And yeah, I think that's enough, and they understand. We're having very positive talks. We want to bring our soldiers back home.
In terms of a timeline for withdrawal, the president is reportedly considering different options, at least one of which would see a full withdrawal of U.S. forces ahead of the November elections, which some analysts say would be a boon for the president's bid for re-election. The Wall Street Journal and the New York Times both have reported the president will be meeting with the heads of the armed forces to be briefed on different scenarios for withdrawal. The president, for his part, has not thrown his support behind a specific timeline.
No, I have no target, but as soon as reasonable. Over a period of time, but as soon as reasonable. We're down to 7,000 some odd soldiers right now. And in Iraq, we're down to 4,000 soldiers. So we're making a lot of progress.
The ramping down of U.S. presence in Afghanistan has been in motion since the February agreement following peace talks between the U.S. and the Taliban, under which American troops would be reduced to about 8,600 by July, a milestone that will reportedly be reached ahead of schedule. Yet the process of withdrawal has been met with some roadblocks, particularly the continuation of attacks by the Taliban against Afghan forces and the Afghan government's initial reluctance towards the deal, which it did not have a part in negotiating.
We're dealing with the Taliban. We're dealing with the president. The president now has gotten themselves straightened out with the two presidents, but we're dealing with, because they had, as you know, they had competing factors and factions.
Some voices, including allies of the president, like Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, have expressed concern over a complete withdrawal, saying it could harm America's national security interests by potentially allowing for the resurgence of extremist forces in the region. The president hinted at this possibility, arguing such a scenario would have to be dealt with at the time, while highlighting his preference for contained short-term military action over more long-term commitments to sustained troop presence.
We can always go back if we have to. If we have to go back, we'll go back, and we'll go back raging. And then we'll go back as warriors, fighters. But right now we're policing, and we're not meant to be a police force. We're meant to be a fighting force.
Hans Hubbard, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.